Welcome to Motivation at Hand, MAH. To know is to know how. Profile of Karen Friedman Agnifilo, Esquire. Source, CNN April 4, 2023. Karen Friedman Agnifilo joins CNN as legal analyst on television. Attorney Karen Friedman Agnifilo has been appointed as an on-air legal analyst at CNN, as per the network's recent announcement. Prior to this, Agnifilo held the position of Chief Assistant District Attorney in the Manhattan District Attorney's Office during Cyrus Vance Jr.'s tenure. In this role, she supervised a team of around 500 lawyers, overseeing all aspects of the office's operations, including cases, policies, and personnel. She also served as acting district attorney during Vance's absence from the jurisdiction. In 2010, Agnifilo returned to the Manhattan District Attorney's Office as Executive ADA and Chief of the Trial Division, having previously worked as the General Counsel for the New York City Mayor's Criminal Justice Coordinator. In her capacity as General Counsel, she directed collaborative initiatives and undertakings related to criminal justice policy among multiple agencies, contributing to the development of legislative and policy frameworks in New York City's criminal justice system. Agnifilo also served as an assistant district attorney in Manhattan for 14 years, including a 4-year tenure as deputy chief of the Sex Crimes Unit. Her experience encompasses assignments in the Homicide Investigation Unit, the Family Violence and Child Abuse Bureau, and the Asian Gang Unit. Additionally, Agnifilo is a co-host of the podcast Legal AF by My Diz Touch. Reported from My Diz Touch June 15, 2023. The transcripts from the arraignment of Donald Trump in the Southern District of Florida have been released. Karen Friedman and Agnifilo from the legal firm AF have obtained these transcripts. Reporters who were present in the courtroom provided accounts of the proceedings since cameras and recording were not allowed. However, now that the transcripts are available, they can provide an accurate record of what transpired during Donald Trump's federal arraignment. The arraignment was presided over by Judge Jonathan Goodman, and Jack Smith was also present, although not mentioned in the transcript. The proceedings took place from 2:55 p.m. to 3:44 p.m. in courtroom 13-3. This arraignment served as both the initial appearance and the formal reading of charges for both Donald Trump and Walt Wall, also known as Walt Nauta. An initial appearance is the first time a person appears in court, while the arraignment informs them of the charges they are facing. Usually, these two events occur together, but there can be exceptions. In this case, it was the initial appearance for Walt Nauta, while his arraignment was postponed for a few weeks. The prosecutors present were Jay Bratt, David Harbach, and Julie Edelstein. Donald Trump's legal representation consisted of Chris Kis, Todd Blanche, and Stanley Woodward appeared for Walt Nauta. Pretrial Services, an important agency working for the federal government, was also present. Their role is to interview every person arrested and provide a recommendation to the court regarding whether they should be released or held in custody. They also assess whether bail should be set or if specific conditions should be imposed on the release of the accused. If conditions are set, pretrial services will monitor the individual. It is assumed that pretrial services interviewed Donald Trump, as this is standard procedure during the arrest process. Details regarding the conditions set by the judge will be discussed in Part 2. Judge Goodman began the proceedings by expressing gratitude to everyone involved, including the entire law enforcement community and court reporters. He also reminded everyone that no photos, videos, or the use of electronic devices were allowed in the courtroom or the spillover room. This suggests that there was an overflow room available, which is common in cases with significant public interest. The overflow room provides a video feed of the courtroom proceedings. The judge addressed both the people in the courtroom and the spillover room, emphasizing the prohibition on any form of recording. Moving on to the defendants, Judge Goodman addressed Donald Trump first, separately from Walt Nauta. He inquired whether Trump's lawyers were representing him temporarily or permanently, as this distinction is important. Sometimes attorneys appear only for the arraignment, and the defendant may seek more permanent legal representation later. It is also possible to change lawyers at any time. In this case, Donald Trump's lawyers, Todd Blanche and Chris Kis, informed the judge that they were permanently representing him. It is possible that additional lawyers may be added to the team, as there are reports of ongoing interviews with other attorneys. However, Blanche and Kis are confirmed to be representing Trump for both the trial and any subsequent appeal. Tomorrow, Part 2. During the proceedings, the judge mentioned that in this district, it is common for defendants to waive the formal reading of the 44-page indictment. If the defendant does not waive this reading, the clerk or the judge would have to read the entire indictment aloud in court. Much appreciation to you for giving of your time with us at Motivation at Hand. To know is to know how. We trust you will come back soon.